My teacher refused to lock down during a real school shooting, even blocked the light switch while gunshots got closer. When I begged her to let us hide, she said, "Sit down or you're expelled." I just stared at her. That was 1 year ago. Last week, she was led out of her apartment in handcuffs. I was sitting in Ms. Brown's AP history class when the PA system crackled, and that voice came through, lock down, this is not a drill." Everyone froze for half a second, then started moving automatically. We'd done this routine since kindergarten. Lights off, hide in the corner, stay quiet. But Ms. Brown immediately cut us off with that sharp tone she used whenever anyone challenged her. She ordered us back to our desks, saying she hadn't approved any drill today and threatening us with zeros if we didn't sit down. A few of us hesitated, but most gave in. Nobody wanted to risk their grades, especially when she launched into her 25 years of teaching speech about respect and how her generation didn't need hand-holding. The second announcement came, Code Red. This is a Code Red. Follow lockdown procedures immediately. That's never part of drills. My stomach twisted, and I couldn't stop staring at the classroom door. Then the noises started. Pops in the hallway, not like fireworks, sharper, closer. Phones buzzed across the room. My boyfriend Tyler texted me, "Hiding in supply closet. Someone has a gun. Where are you?" My hands shook as I showed Ms. Brown the message. She accused us of staging a prank to get her fired, completely ignoring the fear all over our faces. The sounds got louder. Screams echoed outside. Even then, she muttered it was probably drama class practicing. Across the hall, Mr. Peterson's room was already dark and locked. That's when I knew this was real. I begged her to let us hide, but she kept insisting feelings weren't facts. Then the bangs hit, louder than anything, unmistakably gunshots. I stood ready to move, but Ms. Brown blocked the light switch, shouting that if we hid, she'd expel us. Something in me snapped. I bolted past her, turned off the lights, and chaos broke loose. Half the class rushed to the corner. The rest stayed frozen, torn between following orders or listening to pure survival instincts. I ripped free from Ms. Brown's grip and helped shove desks against the door. Some kids cried, some prayed, but we all crammed into that corner trying to vanish. Everyone except Ms. Brown. She stood tall at her desk, arms crossed, still furious. The doorknob rattled. A shadow passed underneath. My chest felt like it would explode, but the lock held. After what felt like forever, the footsteps moved away. SWAT arrived nearly an hour later, pulling us out one by one. Ms. Brown still insisted it was just a drill, even after we told her what we heard. Later, we learned it was Jake Wilson, this quiet kid from my old English class, the one who always drew anime in his notebook. The thought of him with a gun right outside made me physically shake. A detective took my statement, and I told her everything, how Ms. Brown refused to let us hide, how I finally turned off the lights. The parking lot outside was chaos, with parents sobbing, news crews everywhere, ambulances screaming off with students inside. My mom broke through police tape still in her scrubs, clutching me so tightly I could barely breathe, demanding answers. She wanted to know how a teacher could leave kids exposed like that. In the following days, the truth came spilling out. Videos surfaced from other classrooms, showing Ms. Brown's voice carrying through the walls, while every other teacher had their students hidden and silent. Then the bigger bomb dropped. Jake had filed a complaint against her years ago for mistreatment. He claimed she failed him unfairly, mocked him, and ruined his college chances. Even worse, the school district already knew he had an obsession with her. His therapist had warned them months before the shooting. Turns out, Ms. Brown had a long record of complaints from students, all swept under the rug because she had tenure and good test scores. Parents started lawyering up, including mine, while Ms. Brown went on TV and podcasts calling us hysterical and brainwashed by social media. She even used my name, twisting details of my life. She tried to make me look like a liar. Strangers flooded my Instagram calling me an attention seeker, even harassing my mom at her job. Meanwhile, evidence kept piling up. Grainy footage of her calmly walking the hallway during the chaos, ignoring everything. A manifesto from Jake surfaced too, page after page about her cruelty and how it broke him. It was sickening. The more I learned, the more horrifying it became. She wasn't just careless that day, she had a history, and she made choices that nearly got us all killed. Now, even though I'm home, I still hear the banging in my head. I see the shadow under the door. I hear her voice dismissing us as hysterical, while gunshots rang down the hall. And what terrifies me most isn't just that Jake came after her, it's that she knew the risk. She knew who he was, and she still left us sitting there exposed.